Oh, I just disconnected. I'll start again. Good morning. And for those of you joining me for the first time, I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath. I'm a QTT practitioner. I'm a natural health advocate and holistic life coach. And just popping here on a Monday to share a thought or a simple practice, anything really that can help us to be more conscious of what works for us in our lives and what perhaps isn't working so well, and most importantly, be able to do something about that. So today I am really, really excited to share with you a new addition to my toolkit, if you like, my natural health toolkit. And something I've been umming and ahhing about for a long time, and I am so glad that I took the plunge and committed to buying one of these little devices, a Healy device. It's a biofrequency device, and you just wear it. You can clip it on, or you can have it separate from yourself. Doesn't matter, depends what you're doing. And it's very much on the same in the same arena as homeopathy, certainly, and QTT, actually, in that this tiny little thing is capable of producing or instigating huge changes and recalibrations and targeting very specific parts of us that need rebalancing or recalibrating. And I'm just learning. I'm just starting on my journey with this little device, and I'm going to share it with you as I go along. So this is just, I'm not going to go too much into it today, but I'm really excited already by what I've managed to understand about it in such a short space of time. And the main point today was to introduce you to that, because basically homeopathy is energy medicine. It's dealing with the frequency of remedies or substances that the remedies are made from, and that we then transmit them via a carrier, which is the pill or the liquid, into our systems, and then we use that frequency to recalibrate and rebalance. So this little device, this Healy device, in essence, cuts out the need for that middleman, cuts out the need for a carrier to get it into our system. And it's capable of delivering homeopathic remedies, bush flower remedies, batch flower remedies, gem essences, all kinds of natural health frequencies, but also in being able to read or scan our own innate frequencies, wherever they are at any given moment, and understanding exactly where any imbalance might lie. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is it can actually transmit whatever frequency is needed to get us back into balance, or to help us to get us back into balance, directly into the recipient. So more of that later. What this did for me, this whole process of umming and ahhing about whether I should commit to investing in this little device, and the pleasure I get from being in what I call the learning state. So in a state of learning something new and feeling a little bit challenged, a little bit uncomfortable. There are certain bits of it that seemed rather daunting to begin with, but I'm overcoming them daily and feeling that I'm expanding and growing in my comfort with this little device and what its capabilities are on a daily basis. Now, that's thanks to fantastic support that I've had from the Healy community, And that is an invaluable thing to me, is to be part of a community that supports me and helps me to grow and develop myself. And most importantly, that those new skills, those processes of growth and learning are actually benefiting my clients and my practice in general, not only for me. So they're kind of integrally linked for me. So before I actually press the buy now button, I actually became very conscious of the fact that for me this is a pattern, that I have a behavioural pattern that at least annually needs or wants or desires to try something new, to learn about something new, to get out of being comfortable and kind of on a static level, and to actually challenge myself a little bit. And I became aware that that is very much driven by our second behavioural code. And for those of you who may be following me for a while, you may have heard me talk about the 7 behavioural codes before. And these are the codes that are within us all and that actually drive all of our behaviour. And if we become familiar with those codes and how they're working within us, and also start to recognise how they are driving other people's behaviour, it can be transformative in how we are in the world. And there's a link below this video to read further about the behavioural codes. But just to give you my experience, I became aware that that was my second code. And the second code is just in the abdomen, and it's very much about the need to feel fulfilled in the area of creativity, excitement, variety, risk-taking, growth, basically, and creativity. And that's something that definitely drives my annual behaviour to want to add something to my repertoire. But this time I thought, okay, I'm not just going to look at that code. I know that that's what's really predominantly driving this need to add more stuff, to learn, to keep growing. And I looked at the other codes and thought, well, how is it sitting? If I do this behaviour, how is it sitting with all my other codes? Is it actually doing a bit of fulfillment in each of those coded areas, behavioural coded areas? Or is it actually only that one code that's driving this behaviour? So, first of all, understanding that fundamentally, when the times of year for me when I start to get a little bit itchy feet and I start to want to do something that's going to challenge me a little bit, that is when I've been in a state which is very much aligned with my first behavioural code, all about feeling very safe, very secure, very steady, in my comfort zone, basically. So it's when I've been very much in that state for what is for me quite a prolonged period, that then stimulates me to want to feel stimulated and to grow a bit. And then I hop into my needing to fulfill my second code. So that's the first 2 codes. The third code, all about significance, self-significance, self-importance, self-value, if you like. And that is very much fulfilled by this behaviour in me, because when I expand my knowledge, when I expand my toolkit as a practitioner and as a human being, as a woman, that does fulfill my need to feel I am valuable, I have something to offer. Then, excuse me, moving up to my 4th code, very, very much about love, giving love, receiving love. Then it is a form of self-care for me, because I learn more tools to take care of myself, and also in order to give it to be able to take care of my family, my friends, and also ultimately you, my clients. So for me, it definitely does help me to feel fulfilled in my heart space, in my fourth code. Coming up to the fifth code, I shall come on to the fifth code. The next part of this learning journey, if you like, and this kind of slight addiction to perpetually moving forward and growing, is that it helps me to feel really connected to a wider purpose, which is very much about my sixth code. And my seventh code up here, my crown, is having that sense of purpose, having that sense of, wow, this is something that actually I can share with the wider community, that this is why I'm here. And I'm so touched by the Healy community actually already, by how supportive they are, how like-minded, how passionate they all are, all using the Healy for different reasons and with different modalities, but with a common purpose. And there's a very much, those codes are being fulfilled for me big time. So coming back to this fifth code, the code is all about behaviour that enables us to feel fulfilled in being able to speak our truth, being able to really do things the way that most healthily reflects who we are, our authentic selves, if you like. That also is being fulfilled for me in doing this journey of growth and upskilling. And it enables me to integrate toolkit and into my offers to clients, basically. Okay, I cut off there. Sorry about that. Don't know, we had a little bit of a mini power cut, so now everything's coming back on. You can probably hear my printer starting to wake up in the background, and to express myself in whatever way is healthy. And this need for growth and expansion, particularly with tools like the Healy, it helps me to feel that. It helps me to feel that I can incorporate this device into the way that I practice uniquely, and that it fits in with the way that I express myself and the way that I value things. And one of the ways that I value things is that I will try them first on myself, and I will get familiar with them. And then when I feel that I have a certain degree of expertise and practice, then I am able to talk about them and to use them with you, my clients, and with anyone else who comes to me for support. So I'm not quite there yet, but I wanted to introduce this as a concept to you, and that if anyone is interested to talk further or wants to know where you can get one, and you can start learning yourself, then do get in touch with me. You can email me or you can message me, that's fine. But I will be talking about the Healy more as I learn more and more about it. Suffice to say that already, just in the last 3 days, the programs that have been suggested for me and for family members and that we've then run have already paid dividends. So I'm really excited about it. Anyway, I wanted to suggest that if you have any awareness of any kind of repeated behaviour, anything that you think, oh, here we go again, it's a bit of a pattern here, this is what I seem to do repeatedly, kind of on a loop of some description, and you're not sure whether that is serving you or not, then one of the ways that you can maybe do a kind of audit is to just check in with your behavioural codes And as I said, you can read more about those by clicking on the link with this video or in my bio. And just ask yourself, how does this behaviour or this action or this decision that you're about to make, how does it fit in with each of those behavioural codes? Is it being run by just one code and actually maybe taking from the other behavioural codes? Or is it actually touching in and enhancing all of the codes, or at least 3 or 4 of them? In which case, great. And if you think, no, I'm a bit stuck because actually there's one code need that is driving pretty much all my behaviour and it's keeping me stuck and I'm not really feeling fulfilled in the other coded areas, then get in touch with me and we can sort that out. We can rebalance and recalibrate and help you to understand yourself better and to self-regulate. And that's what this is all about. So thank you very much for joining me, if you're joining me live. And if you are watching the replay, then you're equally welcome. And do pop any questions or comments in the thread below. Otherwise, have a fabulous week and just notice perhaps any repetitive behaviours that you kind of feel are, here we go again. And know that if you don't think they're serving you, you can do something about that. Okay. Thank you. Have a great week.